Maskless Djokovic joins a public event even after tested COVID positive. Pictures from public appearances following a positive COVID test in mid-December, which enabled him an exemption from Australia's rigorous COVID guidelines, surfaced on social media and renewed controversy around Novak Djokovic's effort to enter Australia to participate in the Open tennis tournament. Although Djokovic has spoken out against mandatory vaccinations, he has never revealed whether or not he has been immunized himself. Since Thursday, he has been living in a Melbourne hotel after his visa was revoked because of a difficulty with the vaccine exemption provided by the Australian Open organisers. On Monday, Djokovic's appeal against the revocation of his visa will begin, and he might be deported from the United States as a result. The Institute of Public Health of Serbia reported Djokovic's COVID-19 infection on December 16, according to court records published Saturday ahead of the hearing. On December 30, he was awarded his exemption. Questions regarding Djokovic's illness have been raised by social media images showing him visiting indoor events without a mask not long after his COVID-19 test was taken. Djokovic was in attendance on the 16th of December at a ceremony honoring his own personal stamp. A day later, during the Tennis Association of Belgrade's award presentation, photos of Djokovic were shared online. On the 25th of December, despite Serbian statutes mandating 14 days of self-isolation, Djokovic was also photographed on the streets of Belgrade. When the previous photos were shot, it's not apparent whether he was wearing COVID at the time. Djokovic had just attended a EuroLeague basketball game in Belgrade between Red Star and Barcelona, when a large number of those in attendance tested positive for the substance COVID-19. Prosecutors have informed Serbian media that Djokovic's PR staff will not make any public comments till the trial is over. Djokovic has been imprisoned at the Park Hotel, an immigration detention facility in Melbourne after his visa was cancelled early Thursday morning and he was forced to leave the country. Djokovic was denied admission to Australia by the federal government, which controls the country's borders. Tennis Australia's senior medical officer sent Djokovic a letter in December stating that he was exempt from the COVID inoculation because he had just recovered from the illness, according to Djokovic's statement to the Federal Circuit Court. It was also sent to Djokovic on New Year's Day by the Home Affairs Department, which said that Djokovic's Australia travel declaration had been looked at and that his answers showed that he could enter Australia without being quarantined if allowed by the jurisdiction where you came from. On Wednesday night, Djokovic arrived at Melbourne Airport for 8 hours of questioning. He alleges that during some of those hours, he was refused access to his lawyer's office. It was claimed on Saturday that Djokovic conducted a lengthy interview to one of L'Equip's journalists on December 18, 2 days after his positive COVID-19 test, for the Champion of Champions award. During the interview, Djokovic wore a mask, however, he removed it for the picture session. After being detained in Australia, Czech doubles specialist Renata Varešová was deported. She had originally been allowed entry into Australia on the same medical exemption that Novak Djokovic had. IDNES.cz said that Varešová had intended to be vaccinated before getting sick with COVID-19 in the off-season. She was seen leaving the Park Hotel on Saturday. When Varešová was arrested, she had only played in one event in Melbourne before making the decision to flee the country.